Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rita Friana, a master student in management at Jakarta State University. On this occasion, I will present my thesis proposal entitled Analysis of Determinant of People's Tendencies in Debt, mediated by materialism and moderate by financial literacy. With the first supervisor is Mrs. Dr. Eti Gurendrawati MSIAK, and the second supervisor is Mrs. Professor Dr. Umi Widyastuti SEMA. This research will discuss about background, research formulation, research purpose, benefits of research, literature review and theoretical framework, research methodology, hypothesis, and closing. My research background began because recent years have seen significant change in financial market in developing countries, particularly in financial institutions that provide loans to previously marginalized socioeconomic classes as part of their effort towards financial inclusion. One of them is peer-to-peer or P2P fintech lending, which we know as pinjol or online lending. According to the OJK in August 2023, the distribution of fintech lending or pinjol, the value of online loan distribution in Indonesia will reach 20.53 trillion. From the value of online loan distribution conveyed by the OJK, it turns out that in reality many people are ensnared by illegal online loans. The Jakarta Institute Legal Aid Institute received more than 1,300 complaints regarding online loans case in 2018. This is the research of Muhammad 2019, especially related to high loan interest and bad action of collectors. The research of Amiruddin 2023. Thus, fintech peer-to-peer lending or online loans are often negatively stigmatized among the public. According to the OJK, the number of complaints regarding illegal loans from January to May 2023 was 3,903 complaints. Percentage of illegal loan victims based on employee status occupied by the teaching profession. The result is very interesting because teachers who are expected to have high literacy are actually the people most affected by illegal online loans. According to the OJK, there are several reasons teachers often fall into online loans. Namely, first, many teachers and education personnel come from lower middle class economic backgrounds and are often fooled by promise of easy and fast funding. And then many teachers lack funds and face illegal loan offer. And then the third, service provider can easily create loan application, and the fourth, lack of literacy regarding online loans, and then the five, the influence of advertising and social media. According to Prita Hapsari Gozi, CEO on and principal of the financial mentor, many teachers are caught in illegal loans because first, low income and paid all at once a few months later. Second, many teachers come from the sandwich generation. The third, tempted by the lifestyle and convenience that pinjol brings. And the fourth, lack of financial literacy. The result of No Limit Indonesia's 2021 research entitled Development of Online Loan Issues of Social Media 2021, there are a number of the reasons why people trap in loans. A total of 1,433 conversations were caught in loan to pay debt. 542 conversation because of lower middle class economic background. 499 conversation because they want to disburse fund more quickly. 365 conversation to fulfill lifestyle needs. 297 conversation for urgent reason. 138 conversation because of consumer behavior. 103 conversation because of pressure of economy. 52 conversation because of buying a new gadget, and 46 conversation to pay school fees, and 42 conversation because of low online literacy. From this research, it is known that credit problems are not only seen from economic factors, but must also be seen from psychology and behavioral factors. Uh, People attitude toward debt have begun to shift, namely people who previously avoid it now accept credit as a part of lifestyle of modern society. Attitude is key factor whether individual is anti-debt. In this case, attitude is a factor in debt repayment. Research from Brown et al. 2005. So, some households use debt to meet their needs. This is because there is no inheritance, saving, and other source that can be used as alternative income. Individuals who accidentally consider their credit limit as part of their current income will usually feel anxious about money and will make impulsive purchases, resulting in risky debt behavior. Prior research. Several studies have been conducted regarding the factors causing the tendency to become indebted, such as variable gender, income, self-esteem, by Livingstone and Lund 1992. Variable emotion, risk perception, financial literacy, materialism by Asma et al. 2019. Flores and Vera 2014. Rahman et al. 2020. Impulsiveness, variable impulsiveness, Anderloni et al. 2012. Variable self-esteem, economic vulnerability by De Matos et al. 2019. Subjective norms, Lebdow and Setiau 2021. Variable misunderstanding of credit limits, anxiety about money by Abrantes Braga and Feluda de Oliveira 2020. Variable culture by Fahri 2023. There are research inconsistencies from previous research results where, based on research conducted by Asma et al. 2019, emotion and materialism have a significant influence on tendency to get into debt, while literacy and risk perception do not have a significant influence on tendency to get in debt. De Matos et al. 2019. First, material has a significant influence on consumer debt. At the same time, it is influenced by self-esteem, impulsiveness, and attitude toward debt. Second, materialism acts as a mediator. For example, higher impulsivity fuels materialism, which affect debt level. Third, debt is higher among women and those who ask more credit card and have higher education. Rahman et al. 2020 relevant that risk perception has a very significant relationship with materialism and emotion, while depth has a relationship with emotion and materialism. The finding also show that there are a significant difference between depth and behavioral factor based on gender, marital status, age, income, and dependence on credit card and loans. Lebdow and Chetio 2021 state that financial literacy has a significant negative influence of tendency to go into debt and is stronger in men. Perception of risk has a significant negative influence on tendency to take a debt. Impulsive buying, self-esteem, and economic vulnerability have a significant positive influence on tendency to go into debt. The effect of impulsivity on materialism is stronger for female consumer. Fahri stated that financial literacy, emotion, risk perception, culture have a positive and significant effect on tendency to get into debt. Materialism has a negative and a significant effect on the tendency to get into debt. Religiosity has a positive and significant effect in moderating influence of emotion on tendency to get into debt. Asma et al. 2019 state the literacy does not significantly influence people tendency to get into debt. Rahman et al. 2020 state that financial literacy doesn't have a direct between financial literacy and people's tendency to get into debt. Further research of the several studies that have been conducted, none has examined financial literacy as a moderating variable between debt attitudes, such as emotion, subjective norms, risk perception, and psychological behavioral factors such as impulsiveness, self-esteem, and economic vulnerability on the tendency to become indebted. This means that the financial literacy variable will strengthen or weaken the direct relationship between debt attitudes and psychological behavior on debt tendencies. This research uses financial literacy as a moderating variable where financial literacy may be able to strengthen or weaken the factor of influence people tendency to become indebted. So the formulation of this research are first, does the attitude of debt affect consumer debt? Second, does psychological behavior influence consumer debt? Third, does materialism mediate the influence of debt attitudes on consumer debt? Fourth, this fourth, does materialism mediate the influence of psychological behavior on consumer debt? 5. Does the attitude of debt have an influence of materialism? 6. Does psychological behavior have an influence on materialism? 7. Does materialism have an effect on consumer debt? 8. Does financial literacy moderate consumer attitude toward debt? 9. Does financial literacy moderate the influence of psychological behavior on consumer debt? And then the last, does financial literacy have an influence on consumer debt? And then the aim of this research are to analyze the influence of debt attitudes on consumer debt. And then the second, that to analyze the influence of psychological behavior on consumer debt. And then the analysis the influence of debt attitude on consumer debt, which is mediated by materialism. And then to analyze the influence of psychological behavior on consumer debt, which is mediated by materialism. And then to analyze the influence of debt attitude on materialism. And then to analyze the influence of psychological behavior on materialism. And then to analyze the influence of materialism on consumer debt. And then to analyze the influence of debt attitude on consumer debt, which is moderated by financial literacy. And then to analyze the influence of psychological behavior on consumer debt, which is moderated by financial literacy. And then to analyze the influence of financial literacy on consumer debt. Benefit of the research are theoretical benefit are development of a theory of financial behavior, enriching materialism in literature, understanding the role of financial literacy, integration of psychological and financial theory, advanced research base, and then the practical benefits are financial education for the community, debt prevention, policy and strategy, financial product development, financial counseling and advisory, increasing individual awareness, tool for financial risk analysis. Literature review, supporting theory, first theory of planned behavior or TPB. As an extension of the theory of reason action, as Jane and Fishbein 1980, the theory of planned behavior or TPB, emphasizes that the attention to carry out a certain behavior is basically determined by attitude, subject norms, and control over one's behavior. As Jen 2011. In intention, is considered an important construct in theories related to consumers' personal dynamics and behavior. TPB is often used in predicting consumer behavior in various situations. Teng and Wang, 2015, likewise, the research utilized the TPB in understanding consumer debt. And then the second theory is economic psychological theories of debt. Behavior life cycle hypothesis built on the life cycle hypothesis from a psychological perspective, realizing that humans are in fact not rational as predicted by life cycle hypothesis. Behavioral life cycle hypothesis is predictive. Behavioral and psychological factors influence people's consumption and saving throughout their lives. The third are risky indebtedness behavior. Risky debt behavior has become a latent theme among world citizens in policymakers. Foster et al., 2019, Christian Poller et al., 2022, considering the lack of management in increasing age, financial resources, and excessive consumption habit affecting financial market and the economy. Fan et al., 2022. Reinforcing this, Asma et al. 2019, regarding the increasing number of households spending a significant portion of their salary to overcome their debt. The debt phenomenon is considered one of the main concerns in today's society. From the existing theory, it produces variable attitude toward debts. According to the theory plan behavior, attitude reflects the extent to which a person approves or disapproves of behavior before achieving it. Azzen, 2011. This means that people tend to adopt behavior whose attitudes are favorable. Steele et al., 2021. In short, it refers to the tendency to respond positively to customer behavior. Previously, literature showed that consumers who have more positive attitude toward debt tend to buy more and therefore have higher level of materialism. De Matos et al., 2019. So the conclusion that attitude toward debt based on research refer to the tendency to respond positively to debt behavior. Attitude toward debt are explained by dimension. First, emotion. According to Hui and Zott, 2019, Flores and Vieira, 2014, state the emotion influence people behavior. Excessive consumption integrates decision-making in a social-cultural context. The subject surrender to emotion. So the conclusion that emotion, based on the research, are revert to feeling on pride, shame, nervous that people feel when making a decision about something. The second, attitude toward debt, is explained by dimension risk perception. According to Taylor, 1974, there are two aspects of perceived risk, namely uncertainty about the outcome and uncertainty about the consequence. Risk perception reveals how individuals look at risks when making decisions. Risk perception shows how individuals perceive risk during decision making. Setano et al., 2011. So the conclusion, the risk perception based on the research refers to how individuals consider risks when making decisions. And then attitude toward debt explained by dimension subjective norm. Subjective norms are another relevant variable in this context. Subjective norms reveal how people react to common things that occur in social life. Setiao et al. 2020. So, the conclusion of subjective norms based on the research above is that it implies that when a person feels that his environment will approve of a certain behavior, he tends to intend to engage in that behavior. And then the second variable is psychological behavior. The idea that debt may be deeply rooted in the psychological mechanism of human mind has been expressed by researchers such as Lea 2021, Lea et al. 1995. Lea 2021 argued that taking on debt is an intertemporal decision where a person decides whether to consume in the present or in the future. Interestingly, researchers have found that people tend to prefer short-term reward over long-term rewards. Ainsley 1975, 1000 and 1993 discussed them to take a more debt than they can afford to purchase goods that can provide satisfaction in present. So, the conclusion of psychological behavior based on the research above is that it reverts to the tendency to respond or decide to take a debt. And then psychological behavior explained by dimension impulsive. Impulsiveness is a personality trait that reveals personality. A person tends to make decisions quickly without careful analysis. Rook and Fisher, 1995. Thereby influencing behavior is many aspects of life, from recreational activities to retrieval important decisions. Sharma et al. 2014. So the conclusion that impulsivity based on the research is a a personality trait that reveals a person's personality tend to make decisions quickly without carefully analysis. And then psychological behavior explained by dimension self-esteem. Avison and Rosenberg 1981 define self-esteem as a belief in belonging individual about his or her value or worth. According to Daviscan and Sandler 2001, self-esteem is defined as a positive or negative attitude toward oneself themselves, the level of liking or satisfaction with oneself and feelings a person is considered valuable compared to others. So the conclusion that self-esteem based on the research above refers to an individual's beliefs about his or her own worth or value. And then psychological behavior explained by dimension of economic vulnerability. Filguera 2004, Roterer and Dunn 2021 defines economic vulnerability as an individual's ability to generate sufficient income to cover his needs, his expenses, and to respond unexpected events. So the conclusion of economic vulnerability based on the research is that it refers to an individual's ability to generate sufficient income to cover their expense and to respond to expected events. And then the next variable is consumer debt. Debt is a concern for society today because many people have to sacrifice part of their income to overcome their debt. Gather Good, 2012. Livingston and Loan, 1992, found a strong positive correlation between people debts attitude and debt levels. This finding is also supported by Davis and Lea, 1000 1995, which revealed a significant positive correlation between depth and attitude. According to Katona, 1975, there are three reasons why people spend more than their income, which can lead to debt, namely low income, high income accompanied by a strong desire to shop, and a reluctance to save regardless of income. So the inclusion of consumer debt is that it refers to the level of debt that must be paid as a result of purchasing goods and services on credit. And then variable materialism is defined as the importance placed on the possession and acquisition of material goods in achieving life goals or desired circumstance by Richin and Dawson, 1992. Materialism can also be defined as people who seek to acquire material possession to support social status and increasing pleasure. Materialism is seen as positive if it is a source of motivation to obtain more collectively oriented values. However, if it is negative, then the motivation will cause envy to gain status. The research of Flores and Vieira, 2014. So the conclusion is that materialism is a reflection of the importance of ownership and acquisition of material goods to achieve main life goals or achieve desired circumstance. And then the last variable, financial literacy. According to the Financial Service Authority or OJK, financial literacy is knowledge, skill, and beliefs that influence attitude and behavior to improve the quality of decision making and financial management to achieve community financial prosperity. So the conclusion is that financial literacy refers to information that helps people manage their financial both in the short and long term. The following is the theoretical framework of my research, which is a second order attitude forward depth is explained by emotion, perception, risks, subjective norm. And then the psychological behavior explained by impulsive, self-esteem, and economic vulnerability. So we want to analyze determinant of people's tendencies in depth, mediated by materialism and moderate by financial literacy. Hypothesis development. First hypothesis of this research is attitude toward debt have a significant positive effect on consumer debt. The second hypothesis is psychological behavior has a significant positive effect on consumer debt. The third hypothesis is materialism mediates the influence of attitude toward debt on consumer debt. The fourth hypothesis is materialism mediates the influence of psychological behavior on consumer debt. The fifth hypothesis is attitude toward debt has a significant positive effect on materialism. The sixth hypothesis is psychological behavior has a significant positive effect on materialism. The seventh hypothesis is materialism has a significant positive effect on consumer debt. The eighth hypothesis is financial literacy moderates the effect attitudes toward debt on consumer debt. The ninth hypothesis is financial literacy moderates the influence of psychological behavior on debt consumer. And then the last hypothesis is financial literacy influence consumer debt. Research methodology. This research will be conducted in May 2024 in the city of Tangerang. Research design is quantitative, cross-sectional. The population of the research is teacher in Tangerang City. According to Ministry of Education and Culture, Depodic Statistic, even semester 2023 until 2024, in 2024, Tangerang City will have a total of 70,618 teachers with 28.7% being male teachers and 71.3% being female teachers. Sample. Convenient sampling is a technique for determining sample based on the willingness of members of the population that researchers meet and are willing to become respondents to be used as a sample. In this research, the number of respondents used was 200 people so that the result of the questionnaire could be better. Measurement. Independent variables are attitude toward debt and psychological behavior. The dependent variable is consumer debt. The mediating variable is materialism. The moderating variable is financial literacy. Data collection technique. The data collection method uses a questionnaire distributed via a Google Form questionnaire from which contains statements used to collect data from teacher respondents who received the questionnaire. Survey-based techniques have been considered in collecting data through questionnaires to teachers who have debt, both consumer debt and investment debt, such as houses, cars, goods, household equipment, cell phones, computers, tablet, etc. Data analysis technique. This research uses SEM, structural equation modeling, with software used, namely SmartPLS. The data analysis technique used are: first, descriptive statistical analysis. Instrument tests are validity tests, reliability tests. Measurement model or inner model. Instrument tests are R-square, goodness of fit, effect size, and direct effect. And then the last, bootstrapping hypothesis testing. Okay, thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.